The island of Sodor is a very special place indeed. There are lots of different forms of transportation: road, bus, tractor, and railway, among many others, of course, but railway is the most popular. You can see lots of engines hard at work, like Thomas, who always cheers everyone up. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the island of Sodor. Out and about with Hugo and Ryan. There are many beautiful places along the island of Sodor. There's the stations that you meet at the end of each line. There are sheds, the countryside, the Fenland track that goes over the pond, and the highway line. One day, it was early morning and Ryan was at the steamworks. He had just been repaired, and the Fat Controller came with news of a special for him. "Ryan, you are to work with Hugo. He is a rail zeppelin. He is a really resourceful engine. I find that you two will have lots of fun. You will take tourists around Sodor, showing them all the beautiful sights like the Sodor suspension bridge. And here comes Hugo now." Hugo is long. He has a propeller at the back, and he can carry passengers. You two will show the passengers splendid sights and return home later the day. I hope you both will have fun learning about each other and learning about your passengers and the sights of Sodor. The Fat Controller left. "My name is Ryan. I fix it that you're Hugo." "Yes, I am," said Hugo. "I am a rail zeppelin. I can carry passengers without coaches." "That sounds exciting, I suppose," said Ryan awkwardly. "I like your propeller spinny thingy." "Thank you," said Hugo. "I guess I like your purple paint." "Thank you," said Ryan. The two engines did not know what to say. An awkward silence fell. "Would you like to go to work now?" asked Ryan, hoping to get away. "I'd like that," said Hugo. Both were worried and wanted to get their job done as quickly as possible, and they went to work. Ryan and Hugo went to Colin Castle on the highway line to pick up their passengers. "I do think it's nice that you don't need coaches to take passengers," said Ryan. "I wish I didn't need a silly coach." "Hey," said the coach back there. "Sorry." "I know," said Hugo. "Would you like to have a race?" "Sure," said Ryan. 1, 2, 3, go! Hugo! First, Hugo was in front and Ryan tried to catch up, running out of steam. "I must catch up to him, I must, cried Ryan. Ryan took first place. "No!" cried Hugo. "I'm faster!" And Hugo zoomed ahead. Then Stanley and Skiff came through. "Watch out! Spencer is ahead!" cried Stanley. "Slow down, Hugo!" cried Skiff the railboat. Ryan chased after Hugo. "Stop!" he called. "You'll crash into Spencer!" But Hugo kept going. "I have to win." "Oh no! There's Spencer!" cried Hugo. Spencer was taking the Duke and Duchess back to their summer house. "Oh no!" Hugo stopped, and Ryan came behind him. "Oh," said Spencer. "Sorry, Spencer." "You barely managed to stop. There's clearly something wrong with your brakes," said Ryan. "Never mind," said Hugo. "I still won the race," he said. "Yes, but an accident could have happened," said Ryan. "We have to take care and show the passengers a good time." "Forget the passengers. Let's have another race," said Hugo. "No," said Ryan. "You don't tell me what to do," said Hugo. Ryan and Hugo arrived at the next station to let off passengers. They picked some up as well. I think next we'll go over the Sodor suspension bridge. It's a splendid place. No, said Hugo. Why not, said Ryan. The Fat Controller said we have to take them across the suspension bridge. The Fat Controller's orders, said Ryan. Yes, but I want another race and we can't race along a one-way track, said Hugo. Fine, we'll take the long way round, said Ryan. I know, said Hugo. I'll decide what we do, he said. I run the show. Ryan didn't like that Hugo was upset. Jack, Trevor, Terrence, Butch, and Zoe the Plower were clearing rubble and loading them into some trucks, and Ryan and Hugo were puffing along nearby. I think after we take this way, we'll go along the suspension bridge, said Ryan. No, said Hugo. I'll decide what we do. You're not in charge, said Ryan. The Fat Controller said so. No, said Hugo. I'll decide what we do. He grumbled. And he bumped Ryan. Oh! Cried Ryan. The passengers were worried. Ryan and Hugo took separate tracks along a loop line and met each other up again. Donald and Stepney were waiting at the bottom of the hill. Come on, Stepney. Let's get back to the docks. All right, said Stepney. Stepney started away, but he didn't start fast enough. Ryan came down the hill. Stepney, hurry, Hugo's coming. And Hugo crashed right into Stepney's trucks. Stepney's load flew all over Hugo, Stepney, and Ryan. Oh! Cried Stepney. Ouch! Cried Ryan. Stepney's cars were empty and the pack would have to clear everything up again. This is what happens when you don't listen, said Ryan. I'm sorry, said Hugo. Hugo and Ryan went back to work, and this time, Hugo let Ryan lead the way, and they took better care on time. Have you ever had trouble bonding with someone because of your differences? I know some friends have had that trouble once. Once, Wisdom and Marina were being bullied by the bigger engines on Sodor. And one night, Wisdom made a plan to pay them out. She took her train along the Fenland track and she spooked all the big engines in the sheds. And the next morning, they were all crying and afraid of what happened the night before, only to learn that Wisdom and Marina had spooked them, so the big engines vowed to never tease them again. And Wisdom and Marina felt superior. My friends Hugo and Ryan had trouble bonding because of their differences. Hugo had a propeller and Ryan didn't, so Hugo thought he was better than Ryan. But, as usual, they got together again.